You know, it's every bit as much a part of the Thanksgiving weekend celebration as the traditional meal on Thursday. Of course, maybe the Black Friday shopping on Friday, but it's high school football playoffs and it's third round action. The regional semifinals from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, as two district rivals, coincidentally, the New Braunfels Unicorns and their neighbor, the Smithson Valley Rangers, will tangle to see who advances in high school football playoff action. Good evening. My name is, or I should say good morning, actually. It's a good morning kickoff. Along with Brian Hill, who's going to be with me bringing you the action. My name is Roland J. Reese, and I tell you what, Brian, we are set for a big one this evening. Two teams from the district, one who finished second, one who finished third. We were expecting, or we were hoping at the beginning of the season that we would see two teams from the same district maybe get to this point and getting an opportunity to face each other, and Smithson Valley was definitely one of those teams. Now, the other one, a bit of a surprise with the New Braunfels Unicorns, and I say that in air quotes because New Braunfels had a good season.
Yeah, New Braunfels, they're a really good football team. Coming down from 6A, we knew that they were going to, in that tough district with Steele and Judson and all those guys that they've been playing the last number of years, so we knew that they were going to be a team that had a chance to play around Thanksgiving. And although these two teams have already played, you can throw the previous one out the window. Once the playoffs start, everything resets, and obviously they're playing really good football now. There's no bad teams left playing on Thanksgiving week, so we're in for another good one here between the Unicorns and the Rangers.
Absolutely. Trent Amaya has the football kicked up as New Braunfels will receive to start the ball game this morning. And happy Friday morning football to everybody as this one hits the end zone. Just away from the deep man, Cole Redding. And the Unicorns will have the football to start things off. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage will be their own 25-yard line. Quarterback Clayton Namkin getting the start there for New Braunfels. He's a senior. 148 of 232. The young man has thrown for 2,367 yards thus far this season. 24 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. A quarterback percentage rating of 637. Smithson Valley defense going to have to look for that New Braunfels aerial attack. And here we go on a 1st and 10. And the handoff, good defensive pursuit that time as Mills was originally ramped up behind the line of scrimmage. He'll come out to get a couple of tough yards.
Yeah, it was read well by the Ranger defense. They brought a little zing motion, flash sweep motion, whatever you want to call it. Trying to use our defensive our discipline against us. They blocked the other way thinking our defensive end is going to chase with it. But we made a call to go up the field and almost tackle for loss. It was a good play by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It'll be 2nd down. Namkin, the keeper, as he goes straight ahead. He'll fight ahead for about 4 yards. He'd be brought down about the 30-yard line. Caleb Barrow in on the stop that time for Smithson Valley.
And that's what Namkin does. If you remember back to the first meeting, there was a number of times where he extended plays and picked up first downs with his legs. He's not necessarily a flashy guy that's going to take it from 70 yards, but he's a physical, tough runner, and you see it there picking up 4 or 5 yards where there really wasn't anything there.
3rd and 5 from the 30-yard line. Namkin looks downfield, pass in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. That being Lyric Lally. Good defensive play that time. Number 43, Diego Davila.
Yeah, great read by Davila. They did a little play-action pass off of the motion, and then the inside receiver ran a little 10-yard out route. Great job by Davila recognizing it coming downhill and timing it perfectly. Where he didn't arrive too early, we run the risk of getting a penalty, and he's able to break it up. And barring a fake punt or anything here, the Rangers come out and force a 3-and-out on the first series in defense.
Cole Redding back to punt for the Unicorns as he stands at his own 16-yard line. Gets his foot into this one. Speaking of Davila, comes up and
face mask.
He'll get the return, but as you were mentioning, a penalty marker on the field.
Yeah, we should get an additional 15 yards here on the face mask. Again, we talked about it all year with Davila and all the returners really, but Davila in particular, I mean, there's guys all around him, and he does not want to fair catch that ball. So many returners we see, whether it's in punt or in kickoff return, they want to fair catch it, but even with the demons around him, he fields that thing and goes and picks up an additional 5 or 6, and now we're going to get another 15 on top of it with the face mask penalty. So the Rangers will start in plus territory for their first offensive drive.
Good field position. As this is going to mark the ball at the New Braunfels 41-yard line. That's where that Rangers offense. Quarterback Cade Spradling will take to the offense. Cade, 67 of 98, 1,102 yards passing the football this season, 16 touchdowns. Got 2 receivers to the far side, single receiver near side. Spradling says, I'll take it myself across the 40. Be stopped at about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, quarterback stretching to the boundary. Pretty well played by the defensive end, kind of stretching it in there. Rylan Baldwin kind of broke through the double team and didn't make the tackle, but he forced the running back or Spradling wide. Still able to pick up 4 or 5 yards on the play, but look for Spradling running the balls as the mainstay today.
Cole Redding from his strong safety position making the stop that time for New Braunfels. Second down, Spradling passes near side. He's got Brody Day, young man who's turned out to be his favorite target this season. Micah Gonzalez sitting on the stop that time for New Braunfels. It'll be third down for the Rangers.
Yeah, that was a run-pass option. He could have run it himself on quarterback stretching the boundary again or throw it. He must have liked the numbers when he looked out there, but those the defenders reacted very quickly and came up. Next time on that one, look out and see numbers. He might decide to run that one.
BK Miller to the far side, Day to the near side on this 3rd and 6. Line of scrimmage, the New Braunfels 37. Beg the handoff. Spradling keeps it himself across the 30, the 20, down to near the 15-yard line before he's upended. Micah Gonzalez once again with a stop for New Braunfels, and that'll move the chains and be a Ranger first down.
Yeah, we've seen that play all year, but really the last 3 or 4 weeks, at least 2 or 3 times a game. It's that reverse blocking, but a quarterback naked bootleg where we pull the guards the other way, fake the counter the other way, and then the quarterback keeps it. Carvajal does a great job getting out front, getting his block, and as you know, when Spradling gets in the open field, he's dangerous. So a big-time first down by the Rangers on the first drive.
Day to the far side. Isaiah Quintana comes flanked to the near side, bottom of your screen on this 1st and 10. Here's the give. Sowersby may give him a yard, at least back to the line of scrimmage. Some tough running that time.
Yeah, that time we ran counter again, and defensive end does a good job of knocking his blocker back, and so we can't hit it straight downhill and kind of makes him bounce it outside. And so anytime that you have to start moving laterally on a gap scheme, it doesn't bode well. So good job by New Braunfels' interior D-line there, getting pressure up the middle.
Well, the official's going to officially mark this loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. Line of scrimmage, the New Braunfels 17-yard line. Spradling once again rolls right. Pass intended for Day. It's batted away.
Looks like he had the drag route with, I think that was PK that was coming backside. You see him find his 3rd read, and it was probably he was going to have a chance to hit Day, but it was good coverage right there. We had 3 options. All 3 of them were pretty well covered, plus the linebacker pursuit not allowing Spradling to run. So good job by New Braunfels defense, and so we'll have a 3rd and long situation coming up here. Obviously well within field goal range, so you don't necessarily want to make a bad decision, as far as forcing the ball. Would love to pick up a first down, but well within field goal range.
3rd and 11. New Braunfels 17 is the line of scrimmage. Spradling. Play action. Looking in zone. Has a man inside the 5 at about the 4-yard line. And the pass is complete, none other than Brody Day.
Yeah, great job there, and questionable on late contact on the quarterback well after he threw it. But a great deep drive, deep out route, whatever you want to call it, about 14-yard comeback route. And it was very good timing by Spradling. Threw the ball well before the receiver's head turned around. Brody gets separation. The ball was put low and outside in the perfect spot, picking up a first down on 3rd and 10. So Rangers have 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Brody, 47 catches for 1,082 yards and 7 touchdowns coming into play this morning. It's 1st and goal. Smithson Valley, the New Braunfels 3. Spradling calls his own number into the end zone. Touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Yeah, picture-perfect start there. New Braunfels won the toss, elected to receive themselves, wanting to come out and set the tempo early on offense. Defense comes out, gets a 3-and-out. Ranger offense gets the ball in plus territory, converts on a big 3rd down, and is able to punch in the end zone. So picture-perfect start for the Rangers here in round 3 of the playoffs.
Trandamaya, the left-footed kicker, on to try the extra point. And it's good. We've got 7:58 remaining in the opening stanza. Our score, Smithson Valley 7, New Braunfels nothing. We'll be back with more right here on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by the Branch Neighborhood Grill, Keith Wing Custom Builders, the Estates at Zachariah Ranch, a Zachariah development, United Rentals, Lynx Roofing, Advanced Auto Parts, and Wick Productions.
Fine engineered drive by that Rangers offense gets them on the scoreboard with 7:58 remaining. Kate Spradling took the ball over from 3 yards out. Amaya added the extra point. The Rangers up 7-0.
Yeah, like we talked about before the break, with New Braunfels winning the toss and electing to receive, it obviously tells us that what their mindset is. They want to be aggressive, but after a 3-and-out and then a good punt return plus the penalty, Smithson Valley goes down and scores. And so it's a big drive for New Braunfels, knowing that they're already one possession in the hole and knowing that Smithson Valley is going to get the ball coming out of halftime. It's a big drive for the Unicorn offense.
New Braunfels starting the same place they did last time. 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Here's the pitch. Good defensive pursuit to thwart the New Braunfels running back Brock Stewart.
Yeah, and again, this is what Coach Worstifer and his defensive staff do so well is, especially if you've played them early in the season, okay, what was successful for y'all not only all season but against us last time? And one of the things that was successful for the Unicorn offense was misdirection, blocking one way, going the other. Have a little bit different alignment so far this week, and our defensive ends are going up the field. And so great adjustment so far by Coach Worstifer in the defense.
No gain, 2nd and 10. Fakes a pass. Great defensive play that time by Colton Hornsby from his linebacker position to knock that pass away.
Hornsby in there, and then PK coming over the top. Again, playing a little bit tighter coverage. So you see the adjustments that have been made. That was just the previous play was just a normal weak set. 2 receivers on one side, 1 on the other, fullback, running back. But yet we had Spradling way out of the box, just taking away short throws and also keeping everything on the inside. And that time we had safety sitting at about 8 as well. So a little bit different alignment here from the Ranger defense from the first time we played the Unicorns.
It's 3rd and 10. That indeed was PK Miller on that defensive stop. 3rd and 10. Pressure coming as quarterback scrambles to get out of the way. Pass incomplete. Once again, good play from the defensive secondary. PK Miller. Also some help from Diego Davila.
Yeah, and that was something that was very effective for the Unicorns the first time that these two played was the quarterback, Namkin, either scrambling and extending plays and then running for first downs or scrambling and then finding deep receivers. That time he had someone deep, but it was very far down the field, and that ball was in the air for a long time. But we actually saw a spy there by the Ranger defense, and their mindset is we're not going to let quarterbacks scramble and pick up first downs on 3rd and long like he did last time.
Cole Redding back to punt this thing away for New Braunfels. Does so, and Miller will handle. Across the 45, tries to get near midfield. They'll run him out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. That's where the Ranger offense will go to work, 1st and 10.
Again, just a great job by the special teams unit, fielding the ball, most importantly, not letting that bounce happen. And then, even though it was only an additional 5 or 10 yards, I mean, the Ranger offense jogging out there only 1 yard short of midfield. That's huge for the Ranger offense. New Braunfels, both their drives start on their own 25, and Smithson Valley, both their drives, one started in plus territory at the 40-yard line, and one's about right at midfield. And so Smithson Valley definitely winning the field position battle right now as well. Look to get Sowersby involved here on this drive. I think he only had 1 carry last drive. I bet you we look to get Sowersby going a little bit here.
From the Ranger 49, it's 1st and 10. Spradling the handoff, as you were mentioning. Sowersby trying to find some room. He'll get maybe 1 on the play.
Yeah, outside zone, and again, New Braunfels plays it well. They're doing a good job maintaining their gaps and stretching it out, not letting us kind of seal that edge and make that cut and giving time for their secondary to come downhill and make a tackle. So far on 2 carries, they've been able to contain Sowersby, but just a matter of time before he gets loose.
Schollenberger with the stop that time for New Braunfels. It's second, call it 9. The fake, play action. Spradling decides to keep it, but this time he's going to be thrown for about a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, well covered downfield. Tried to do a play action pass with some crossing routes deep. Actually do a decent job, but we almost kind of bump into each other, and by the time they clear each other, Spradling had some pressure and felt like he needed to pull it down, which, again, ball at midfield, don't want to force anything bad, and so he takes the sack, and now we're going to have another 3rd and 11. Converted last drive when we had a 3rd and 11. See if we can do it again this time.
Ryan Baldwin, senior defensive tackle, in on the stop that time for New Braunfels. It is 3rd and 11. Line of scrimmage, the Ranger 48. Here's Spradling. Looking left side, pass complete, almost at the first down marker.
Yeah, they're going to mark him just about a half a yard short. It was a curl route by Howard. You could see he just kind of slipped at the top of his route and tripped a little bit coming back. It's kind of a questionable, maybe a late hit there. Obviously, it's not the NFL. He's down once his knee hits. A great job of keeping his concentration and catching it by Howard, but he probably would have been able to pick up much more than the first down if he was able to keep his feet. So the Rangers are going to go for it here on 4th and 1.
Hunter Howard, 3 touchdowns catching the football this year for Smithson Valley. 4th and 1. Handoff straight ahead, Soursby. He's got that and more as he bangs down to the New Braunfels 35-yard line. And I call that getting the young man more involved.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, those short yardage situations, so often, your knee-jerk reaction is, well, why do we run Spradling? He's a big body. He used to play running back, obviously. But that time we're confident handing it off to Soursby and the blocking up front by the big boys. And we got some movement there on 4th and 1. Again, picking up another first down after having another 3rd and 11. It's boding well for the Ranger offense. 2
receivers out to the far side and a single receiver near side for quarterback Cade Spradling. He'll keep it himself, bang out to the 30. Inside to about the 28-yard line before a scrum tries to move him back. In on that, Caleb Palomo. Also number 10, Zeke Martinez from his defensive tackle position.
Yeah, fake the sweep again. Quarterback fakes it, and then he keeps it. And anytime it's blocked well and you can have motion where the secondary's eyes are going to different places and rotating laterally as opposed to coming downhill, that time it was blocked well up front, and Spradling gets ahead of steam and picks up 8 yards on first down.
Be 2nd and 2. Day comes flanked out to the near side. Spradling, the handoff, Soursby once again. He's tripped up. Right at about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think their jerseys are all rolled up, so I can't really tell, but I think that was number 7, Redding, coming from his safety position, came screaming downhill. Looked like we're going to be able to pick up the first down fairly easily, but he came screaming downhill and took Soursby out at the legs, and I think for actually about a loss of 1 or no gain, and so on 2nd and 2 ain't able to pick up anything, and so it'll be 3rd and 2.
Brian Cole Redding, a name we've called quite a bit thus far here in the first quarter. He's played some good football.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's been playing back there for them for a number of years.
3rd and 2. Spradling, he says, I'll keep it myself across the 25. He'll have a first down and more as he stopped just shy of the 20-yard line. Once again, Cole Redding on the stop for New Braunfels.
And again, it's well blocked first and foremost. Those old linemen are opening up creases, but anytime Spradling can get, ahead of steam straight downhill and not have to move laterally, he's going to go ahead and pick up the yard or 2 that's needed for the first down. And that time well blocked again, and Spradling pumping those legs forward picks up another first.
Zeke Martinez, Patrick Freeberg also went on the stop that previous play. It's 1st and 10, line of scrimmage, the New Braunfels 22-yard line. 7-0 Smithson Valley early on. Pass near side, caught. Breaking tackles is P.K. Miller. And he'll take it out inside the 20 before Patrick Freeberg racks him up.
Yeah, that was about the most impressive 2 or 3 yard throw and catch that we've seen. I mean, right there, breaks a tackle, runs through another one just to be able to pick up 2 or 3 yards. But again, it was very similar to that first drive. We look out there, and New Braunfels is committing numbers out there when we have multiple receivers, and they are triggering quick. So one of 2 things: either we're going to have to do an and go on it, where we fake that and then someone goes deep, or we're going to have to choose to run out of those formations and the quarterback, run it instead of looking out there and throwing it.
Officials give him a gain of 2 at 2nd and 8. Spradling once again calls his own number inside the 15. He'll be stopped at about the 11. very effective running the football.
Yeah, anytime that you can have a quarterback who can run the football, it's a real advantage for the offense as a whole because you can add somebody else out as a wide receiver, get some guys out of the box, and now the quarterback, you add a blocker. You know, if you turn around and hand off to a running back, obviously the quarterback can't block for the running back, but when the quarterback runs it, now you can add a blocker with the running back. And so anytime a quarterback can run, you can spread out a defense and still run your main schemes with 6 guys blocking. It's an advantage, and they've been running Spradlin. I think that's probably already a 7th or 8th carry of the ball game.
It's 1st and 10. Rangers can get a first down at the 1. Let's give it to Soursby this time. Gets down around the 10-yard line before he's driven back. Landon Jackson from his outside linebacker position, among others on that stop for New Braunfels.
And again, we're having Rylan Baldwin, number 98, is a real difference maker on the D-line for New Braunfels. As a D-line as a whole, they're good. Number 10, Zeke Martinez as well. But 98, Baldwin is the guy that can blow things up in a hurry. He's getting penetration, big, strong. And most every time the Rangers have not had a positive play, it's because he's gotten penetration. And so definitely something to keep an eye on, number 98, Baldwin for New Braunfels.
2nd and 9. Line of scrimmage is the New Braunfels 10. Spradling, this time the pitch to Miller. Miller finds a corner at the 10. Tackled at about the 5-yard line by Patrick Freeberg.
Yeah, we run the quarterback so much that we faked the quarterback run that time and then run a reverse off of it. I thought we were going to be able to get more yardage than that, but again, it was a really good pursuit from the inside out from that joker safety of there, Patrick Freeberg, because we had 2 for 2 blocking out on the edge, but number 4 came from his inside spot and was able to make a tackle. Again, picked up good yardage. So we'll see what the Rangers do here, whether they're thinking 4-down territory or if they don't get it here, if they're going to kick a field goal.
So it's 3rd and 3 from the 4. Once again, Smithson Valley can pick up a first down at the 1, and Spradling looks to go for it. I think he's going to be stopped shy, maybe inside the 3.
I think he's going to be short of the goal line, but I think he's going to have enough for a first down.
Let's see where they mark this.
Yep, looks like they gave him a first down right at the 1-yard line.
There it is. His forward momentum got him to the 1.
That'll be the end of the first quarter.
The clock ticks off. And it's been a very impressive first quarter for Smithson Valley offensively. Not to take anything away from the defense. They've certainly thwarted a couple of New Braunfels drives. But the Rangers have gotten the ball moving offensively. So we've come to the end of 1. Our score is Smithson Valley 7, New Braunfels nothing. Back with second quarter action. Here at the football playoff action with Smithson Valley right here on the Rangers Network.
The Branch Neighborhood Grill is proud to sponsor our Smithson Valley athletes. We are located just off of Highway 46. We serve good food, cold drinks, and a whole lot of great Rangers. Since 2014, Keith Wing Custom Builders has been delighting owners with one-of-a-kind dream homes. Keith only builds it like he would live in it. Come see what that means.
Brian Hill, Roland J. Reese with you. Second quarter action. It's been all Smithson Valley through the first quarter. And you know, another good thing, Brian, is they have dominated the clock. They've kept good time management.
Yeah, and picking up first downs, longer drives. Defense has forced 2 3 and outs. So the Ranger offense has had great field position. So we'll see if we can cap off this second drive with another touchdown.
First and goal from the 1-yard line for Smithson Valley. Spradling with Soursby in the backfield. Looks over to the sideline. Gets some instruction. Here's the handoff, Soursby. Trying to back his way in, certainly does. Touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Yeah, just another great job by the Ranger offense, converting a couple of first downs, but not having any negative plays, and they look sharp right now. And again, it's a benefit when you get to jog out there and have only a 40 or 50-yard field. So credit the defense and special teams, but the Ranger offense is moving the ball really well right now, staying on schedule with their runs so they could only have to throw whenever they want to as opposed to when they have to, and staying at a 3rd and long. So
Trandamaya to add the extra point, and does so. 11:56 until halftime. Our score, Smithson Valley 14, New Braunfels nothing. It's Smithson Valley football playoff action right here on the Rangers Network.
United Rentals understands. that your routine is never routine. That's why we stand in the same dirt, ready to help you work with unmatched equipment and expertise that turn worries into wins. So as the weather shifts, plans change, and project complexity increases, we stand united with you. United Rentals. Work united. United Rentals understands that your routine.
1 yard line.
Yeah, a little zone play, cross zone, ISO type play. Good job by Carvajal coming across the formation. Good push. You see a lot of the O-linemen into the end zone pushing their guy in. And then Sowersby, as we know, his really shifty, making the first guy miss, and he was able to push his way in. So 2 for 2 on the Rangers drives with touchdowns.
12 touchdowns rushing the football this season for Sowersby. You can make it number 13 right now as the kickoff returned that time by Redding. Big special teams play that time by Davila. He comes over to make the stop.
Yeah, most teams all year, in New Braunfels the first 2 time, have either fair caught it or let the ball go into the end zone. Smithson Valley is they're so solid in special teams that most teams, just kind of wave the white flag and fair catch. That time New Braunfels had to bring it out, and the Rangers reminded everybody that, hey, we still work special teams, even though that most of y'all fair catch it. Davila races down and tackles him inside the 15-yard line. So now New Braunfels another long field.
1st and 10 from the New Braunfels 15-yard line. Namkin looks to throw. Does so, pass in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Caden Mills, on the far side.
Yeah, good coverage by Haug there, trying to catch and release. And again, this is only the 3rd drive, but it's become apparent from the Ranger defense and Coach Worstey and his staff is we're not going to let the things that were successful the first time, the catch and throws and the misdirections, they've done a very good job handling those 2 things so far.
Lane Duke to the near side. They've got Caden Mills to the far side on this 2nd and 10. The handoff going straight ahead, but stacked up and driven back is the New Braunfels running back, that being Brock Stewart. Not finding much of a opening there in the middle. That Smithson Valley defense closing up the holes quickly.
Yeah, last 3rd and long, we were able to get some pressure and drop a D lineman or a linebacker in spy to not let Namkin scramble. So we'll see if Smithson Valley does the same thing, maybe play some games up front where we twist the D line. But I would imagine we'd have another spy on so that he can't scramble and get a first down with his legs.
3rd and 8. New Braunfels sends 3 receivers to the near side, a single receiver to the far side. Namkin looking to throw. Unloads this one, overthrew his intended receiver. Haug once again back defensively along with P.K. Miller.
Yeah, it was covered 2, but it was good high-low coverage right there. Haug lets his guy go, and he gets underneath the corner route, and P.K.'s over the top. Both of them arrive at the same time. And again, just outstanding defense by the Ranger offense, or outstanding defense by the Rangers. That's the third series of the game, 3rd 3 and out.
Miller and Diego Davila wait back at their own 47-yard line for the punt coming from Cole Redding. Low snap. Redding gets off a wobbler that's going to be handled by Miller across midfield as he reverses direction across the 40.
Horse collar as well.
They're going to get a horse collar. Brought him down at about the 38-yard line. And the Rangers going to have great field possession once again.
Yeah, it all started with the special teams, starting out at a 15-yard line, running down on the kickoff, forcing a 3 and out. Now the Rangers get the punt, return it about 15, 20 yards. Now we're going to get 15 on top of it with a horse collar. Unless they wave it off. Nope, they're gonna stick with it. And so Rangers should have the ball at about the 20, 25-yard line with a very, very short field and a chance to go up by 3 scores.
And they do. 23-yard line is where Smithson Valley will go to work 1st and 10. Already up 14-0.
Spradling playing defense and running the ball so much on offense. He's going to get a breather, and we're going to have the sophomore Knutson in at quarterback. Let Cade get a quick breath.
Knutson, the handoff. Coming near side. This is Sowersby across the 10. He's going to be driven out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Big run that time. Freeberg running him out of bounds. Long some help from Caleb Palomo.
Yeah, first time where we've ran the zone, the outside zone stretch play, and we got the edge sealed. and allowed the running back to make that cut and get upfield, and there was nobody there. He got all the way down to the high safety before he even had to make a move. And so explosive play on first down, and Rangers already have first and goal from about the 8-yard line at the second play of the possession.
And Knutson remains in at quarterback. Knutson, 890 yards throwing the football and 6 touchdowns this season. Hands off this time. Sowers is going to be wrapped up. Van Bredeson in on the stop that time for New Braunfels.
Yeah, their nose, number 90, Ben Bredeson. He got penetration on the block back and made Sowersby have to cut back on the gap scheme. And like I said, anytime you run a gap scheme and you're having to move laterally, it's not good. So good job by the New Braunfels interior D-line there getting penetration for no gain.
Second and goal. Line of scrimmage is the 9-yard line for Smithson Valley. Send Day out to the near side. Sowersby back in the backfield with Ty Knutson. Here's the pitch coming near side. This is Haug. Haug breaks it inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. In on the stop that time was Ryland Baldwin.
Yeah, got about half of it back. You're on about the 9-yard line, and so get down to about the 4 to where you have multiple options. You don't necessarily have to pass it. But again, it'll be interesting to see, if fourth and goal from the 1, you're probably going for it. But anything further than that, let's take some points, make it a 3-possession ball game. Obviously, the Rangers would love to punch it in here on third down, but we'll see what happens on fourth if it comes to it.
Haug goes flanked out to the far side and Day to the near side. Third and goal from the 5. Knutson looking to pass. Looking corner. Has Day. Touchdown, Smithson Valley.
That was a great route, great call, great ball, great catch. Great job of getting 1 foot down. You kind of see here they run a sluggo, a slant and go, fake the slant and then go up. Good timing. Great throw, high point, and bang, right there. Was able to get 1 foot down just inside the sideline. And was, in high school and college, only 1 foot there. And so he was able to get that foot just inside the out-of-bounds line. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for the Rangers.
Beautiful pass and catch there for the Rangers offense. And Maya adds the extra point. And with 8:45 left to go before halftime, our score, Smithson Valley 21, New Braunfels nothing. You're enjoying Smithson Valley football playoff action right here on the Rangers Network.
Hello, my name is Chris Box.
And I'm Cassie Box.
We are a proud family-owned and operated local roofing company.
At Lynx Roofing, we believe in building lasting relationships with our customers and community, one roof at a time.
Our team is dedicated to ensuring every project is handled with the utmost of detail and professionalism.
We make roofing simple, reliable, and affordable.
So for all your roofing needs,
call Lynx Roofing.
Go Rangers!
Well, a 5-yard touchdown pass in the corner from quarterback Ty Knutson to Brody Day. Extended that Smithson Valley lead, now up 21. They're winning 21-0. Rangers get set to kick this off. This one deep. It's handled by Redding in the end zone. And it'll come out once again. First and 10 New Braunfels. Line of scrimmage will be their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, and again, Ranger defense. There's been 3 possessions, 3 3 and outs for the defense, and so New Braunfels is looking for their first down of the game. But again, can't speak highly enough of Coach Worsty and his defensive staff and the defensive players for the adjustments that they've made from the first game. Not letting New Braunfels do the things that were successful that first time. So let's see if New Braunfels starts making some adjustments of their own. And see if the Ranger defense can stay with them and force some more 3 and outs.
Got a single receiver either side. Lane Duke comes to the near side. Caden Mills to the far side on this 1st and 10 for the Unicorns. Namkin fakes a handoff across the middle. Too short, intended for his intended receiver, Caden Mills.
Yeah, rolled our coverage there and was actually had a safety rolled down, but I think big number 99, Justin Roberts, was able to get penetration. You see it right there. Gets his hand up and actually deflects the ball or hits the arm Looks like they had a chance on maybe the skinny post there, but Roberts, great play defensively, not getting a batted ball at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. New Braunfels at their own 25-yard line. Nankin stepping up into the pocket, feeling pressure and unloads it. This one gonna be picked. Diego Davila.
You got pressure, forced the quarterback outside the pocket, and he just kind of threw up a jump ball. And if Davila didn't pick it, I'm pretty sure there might have been another Ranger or two. There's about 3 guys that were there. You can see it on the replay here. Haug, Davila, PK, all those guys were there. But good job of Davila going up and high pointing it, creating the turnover. And again, New Braunfels still searching for that first down of the ball game. And once again, Ranger offense jogging out with good field position.
You just knew, Brian, when he got rid of that football that it was going to be a turnover. It just had turnover written all over it.
Yeah, I mean, he threw it really high and real late. And so you just knew there was going to be a Ranger down there ball hawking.
Cade Spradling back in at quarterback. Going to call his own number across the 40, the 45, stopped at about the 48-yard line. They may give him midfield after that roll.
Yeah, quarterback Opie, quarterback counter, whatever you want to call it. Guard and fullback pulling. After, again, spreading the defense out with wide receivers, and now your quarterback gets to run the ball with one less guy in the box. And so, obviously quarterback running game has been something that Smithson Valley came into the week really wanted to focus on. And, he's probably rushed 10 or 12 times, and all of them for what seems like first downs.
1st and 10 from midfield, Smithson Valley. Give Sowersby. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it as Freeberg comes over to make the stop along with Ryland Baldwin.
Again, yeah, I mean, it's number 98. It's Ryland Baldwin. He's locking out, separating, creating penetration, and making the back keep bounce it to the outside, and letting that cut lane. The one time we did kind of do it on the stretch where last drive where Sowersby picked up about 20 or 25, we were able to get him reached. But every other time since then, he's been wreaking havoc, and so he's a good player.
Miller and Baker out to the far side, Day to the near side. It's 2nd down. On the delay, it's Sowersby. Across the 45, down to around the 43-yard line. Great call.
Yeah, a little draw play. Raise up like you're going to throw it, and then hand it off on the delay draw. Had some linebackers getting out into their pass coverage, and good job picking up. We didn't get a first down. We got 8 yards, and now makes it a much more third and manageable 3rd and 2.
Isaiah Quintana, checks in. Giving Brody Day a breather. It'll be 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the New Braunfels 42. Sowersby going to do it himself across the 40 to about the 38. It'll be first down, Smithson Valley.
Yeah, Spradling again just able to get. We had 3 wide receivers out there, so they have to send defenders out there to cover those guys, and when they do that, they have a light box, and we have numbers in the box with the quarterback run game, and that time ran counter again, and Cade lowers his shoulders, able to pick up about 4 yards on 3rd and 3, and so Rangers got a fresh set of downs inside the 40-yard line.
Quintana to the near side, Day to the far side on this 1st and 10. Here's Spradling. Looking to pass, he's going to be wrapped up. Zeke Martinez, ball on the ground, and New Braunfels has it. Ryland Baldwin.
Yeah, there he is again. Again, we were trying to take a shot deep, a 3-step drop. We just get beat on the right side. Number 10, we talked about him earlier, Zeke Martinez. He's hitting the quarterback right as he's throwing it. Ball comes out, and Baldwin's right there to pick it up. And so a little momentum for the Unicorns now. I think the Rangers were kind of going for the kill shot there. We were going to do a double move on the outside, and I think throw a deep ball to Brody Day. Had a step or two on it, but just weren't able to get the pass off. And now New Braunfels jogging out there with a little bit of life, and by far their best field position of the ball game, almost at midfield.
Gonna say thanks to their defense, their best field position. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage is their own 48-yard line. Here's the pitch coming near side. It's Mills across midfield, the 45. He'll be stopped at about the 43-yard line. Caleb Sosa and on the stop that time for Smithson Valley.
Ran a little reverse after the turnover, trying to create some momentum and some explosive plays. They didn't quite pick up the first down, but that was by far their best play of the game with a 9-yard gain on first down.
2nd and 1, New Braunfels, who trailed 21-0. here with about 5.5 minutes remaining in the third. The handoff straight ahead goes to Brock Stewart. We get down near the 35-yard line. That'll move the chains and be the New Braunfels Unicorns' first down of the ball game.
Yeah, a little the running back, Brock Stewart, not a big guy. Runs tough, though. He's only a sophomore, but he runs tough and not really anything flashy, but just very quick. And he runs a lot tougher than his size. And so that time ran through a couple tackles, picked up first down.
Namkin fakes a handoff. Here he is on the play action to Mills. Breaking tackles at the 25, inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. And Unicorn fan feels there's life right now.
Yeah, for sure. They haven't really had much to cheer about up until this drive. I mean, and momentum's kind of a real thing. And so getting that turnover, now the offense is jogging out there with a little pep in their step, best field position, and obviously now putting together their best drive of the ball game.
Marking it at the 19, 1st and 10 for New Braunfels. Namkin will keep it himself. Inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. Sosa on the stop that time. Spradling coming over to help.
Yeah, a little quarterback, ride one way and then run counter back the other way. Had some bodies there, but again, just a good job by Namkin of being patient, setting up his blocks and allowing it to develop, and then he's not going to beat you for a 60-yarder, but he's good for those 5 or 6 yard gains.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Pass has his man inside the 10. It's going to be awful close to a first down.
Looks like he is going to have a first down. A little RPO. Our outside linebacker triggered, and so had an open throwing lane. That's the second time this drive that they were able to hit Mills on that same play where they're faking the power and pulling it out and throwing to their inside wide receiver on a little 7-yard stop route. So inside the 10-yard line, got a fresh set of downs for the Unicorns.
First and goal. Line of scrimmage is the Smithson Valley 7. Namkin, the snap, the handoff to Stewart. Straight ahead, not much there. Good stifling Smithson Valley defense that time. Justin Roberts getting up.
Good job of sticking to their keys and not letting the fly sweep motion by Mills coming across, let it distract them. They stuck true to their keys and were able to stay on the inside and tackle for no gain.
Second and goal now from the 7-yard line. Namkin looking end zone. In and out of the hands of his intended receiver, and a penalty marker is down.
Yeah, getting bailed out by a call. That was how it looked. I mean, it looks like he got his head around and play. You see, he turns his head. I guess he had his head turned early, and then I guess by not turning it back around late, they're going to call it. But it does do a good job of getting his arm up at the ball level. Those type of calls of 50-50 will go either way, but because of that, they'll get a fresh set of downs now at the 2-yard line.
So the New Braunfels Unicorns knocking on the door for the first time this morning, or I guess we could officially say this afternoon. Well, not quite yet. Still morning. First and goal. Pair of receivers. Namkin going to keep it himself. Tries to advance. Nothing from the referees yet. Might have stopped him at the 1. Oh, no, he got in.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him. So New Braunfels with by far their best drive and first points of the ball game after the turnover created by their defense and the good field position. So Rangers, give up the first points of the game defensively in what will be, 21-7 with 2:49 left before halftime. Rangers will get another possession, see if they can get some more points on the board. But remember, New Braunfels won the toss and elected to receive, so Rangers will get the ball coming out second half.
Chris Hinton adds the extra point. And with 2:49 remaining before halftime, our new score, Smithson Valley 21, New Braunfels 7. You're enjoying Smithson Valley football playoff action right here on the Rangers Network.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Oh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait. What are we going to watch?
slow down a bit.
Well, following a Smithson Valley turnover, New Braunfels was able to move the football down into the end zone with Namkin taking the ball over from the 2 to put some points on the scoreboard, 21-7. Brody Day with a return out to the 30-yard line to spark Smithson Valley with 2:42 remaining here before halftime.
Yeah, I think if he's able to catch that moving forward, he probably hits that crease and maybe still running, but the ball was kicked very deep, and he had to catch it kind of moving backwards, so his momentum wasn't carrying him forward, but he was still good blocking and was able to get it out to the 30-yard line, 5 yards better than what he would have done if he fair caught or let it go in the end zone. So Ranger offense will have one more possession at least before halftime with 2:42 left, and then, like I said, they get the ball coming out second half, so it'd be huge if the Rangers can double dip here and score right before half and get the ball coming out in the second.
Sowersby and Haug flagged out to the far side. The quarterback, Cade Spradling, on this first down. Spradling says, I want to run it. Across the 35. Bangs inside the 40 down to the 45. They'll give him the 45. Baldwin once again in on the stop. Had some help from Ben Breedison.
Yeah, you see there, what we're doing is we're getting in compressed sets and we're sending our receivers to block safeties and making the corners make tackles. Guys who are not accustomed, obviously, to making as many tackles as the safeties are. And that time, Paloma was sitting right there, and Spradling just ran right through his arm tackle, was able to pick up a first down. So getting hats on the safeties in the run game and making those corners have to make tackles. And it looks like Smithson Valley's going to have to take a timeout after some miscommunication.
There you go. 2:15 remains here in the first quarter. With this timeout, leave it right here and just kind of take a look at things the way they've been happening. Great effort on both sides of the football, and if you want to tip the cap, got to for the special teams as well. It's just been a good overall team play here in the first half that's got Smithson Valley to this point up 14.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a completely dominant first half by the Rangers, other than maybe the last 2 or 3 minutes when, turnovers. Nothing can change momentum in a hurry in a ball game like a turnover or a big special teams play. So you saw New Braunfels hadn't had any first downs. They'd had 3 3-and-outs. Rangers were up 21-0 at midfield, going for the home run knockout shot, and they were able to get a sack and a fumble. And now all of a sudden they have a little bit of life, go down there and score, and now it's 21-7, looking like a different ball game for sure than if we'd have gone down and scored to make it 28-0. And so this is a big drive for the New Braunfels defense. If they can get a stop here and only keep it a 2-possession game heading into half, then I think they'll, their coach will be saying, look at the momentum we've got, when they're in the locker room.
1st and 10. Spradling keeps it himself, fakes to Sowersby across the 40. To about the 42 before he's met there and driven back. River Vargas and on the stop that time.
Yeah, it's that naked little bootleg again. Fooled everybody except for the middle joker safety, number 4. And again, he's a good player. Called his name a couple times, Patrick Freeberg. He read it, and he was able to come from his joker safety spot to make a tackle. Actually, a tackle of loss of 1 on the play. And so Rangers, you're kind of in that, not hurry, but kind of hurry mode. I think if they pick up another first down, you'll see them start picking up the tempo a little bit here. But last thing you want to do is give New Braunfels another possession before halftime.
Yeah, Big Mo is a real thing. It's 2nd and 11. The fake to Sowersby. Spradling airs this out. Intended for Day and a penalty marker.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is the Ranger Network, and I'm a little bit biased, but that's a tough call if you're a New Braunfels fan. That ball was, there's definitely some hand fighting and some things going on, but to me that was very similar as what the penalty on Haug was in the end zone. There's some hand fighting. That ball was a little bit overthrown. Could totally see why the New Braunfels crowd is not happy with that call, but at the same time, that's what happens when you take shots up the field, make plays, or you run the risk of picking up one of those penalties. And so, Rangers get a free 15 yards and a free first down on a pass interference call.
Senior Trent Moore back defensively for New Braunfels, that time on coverage. It'll move the football back into Unicorn territory. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Smithson Valley Rangers. Line of scrimmage is the New Braunfels 42. Stoursby in motion. Fakes the pitch. Spradling looking downfield. Has Day at the 10. Day brought down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Back defensively, that was Landon Jackson.
Yeah, we faked the sweep to that side, and we talked about it a couple plays ago. So often when we run the ball, those receivers are running inside to block those safeties. That time we bring the motion to the side that Brody's on, and he runs right at that safety like he's going to block, and we're going to hand it off on fly sweep, and he slips past him on a deep crossing route. Great throw by Cade, great catch of High Point by Brody, and a big first down inside the 10.
So it's 1st and goal, Smithson Valley from the 8. Stoursby gets the handoff inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Baldwin getting up off the bottom of that pile.
Yeah, unique ways to run similar plays. You know, obviously we've run the outside zone, the stretch all year. That time our fullback starts out as a wide receiver, and so as a defense, if I'm looking at the backfield, okay, stretch is not coming. They don't have a fullback as a lead blocker. Bring him back in on the move and insert him. So again, just great job of Smithson Valley mixing up formations and motions to make it hard on the defense.
2nd and goal, line of scrimmage is the New Braunfels 4. Spradling going to keep it himself. Straight up the middle. It's going to be stopped at about the 1-yard line. Looks like where they'll mark it.
Smithson Valley going to take a timeout. 15 seconds left, so Smithson Valley is going to use a timeout and talk about this 3rd down. My guess is, you know, I'm not a smart guy, but my guess is that Spradling's probably going to carry this football something straight downhill and see if we can get 1 yard.
15 seconds before halftime, our score, Smithson Valley 21, New Braunfels 7, right here on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by the Branch Neighborhood Grill, Keith Wing Custom Builders, the Estates at Zachariah Ranch, a Zachariah development, United Rentals, Lynx Roofing, Advanced Auto Parts, and Wick Productions.
Couple of seconds added back to the game clock, so 17 seconds remain before halftime. 3rd and goal, Smithson Valley now. Line of scrimmage is the 1-yard line. Spradling, as you were saying, straight up the middle. Spradling. Scrum there at about the 1. New Braunfels stopped him. Anthony Nunez saying no, he didn't make it.
Smithson Valley's going to let the play clock run down to timeout. We'll let the play clock run down to about 3 seconds, and interesting to see what they do on 4th down here.
Sure will be that unusual, but New Braunfels, I guess, just playing a tighter defense that time to try and keep. They had to have figured the running play was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's inside the 1-yard line. There wasn't another back in the backfield, so one of 3 things going to happen. They're going to throw the football, or they're going to bring somebody in motion and hand it to him, or Spradling was running that ball, and so. There's 4th and goal at about the half-yard line with only 2 seconds. So obviously this is the last play of the half. I don't see the field goal unit out there, so it looks like Smithson Valley is going to go for it. But this is a big play for both teams. It's 21-7. Smithson Valley has completely dominated this first half, other than the last drive after the turnover. If Smithson Valley can punch this in and go up 28-7 and getting the ball coming out of the half, that is a totally different ball game than if they get stopped right here and it's only 21-7, and now the momentum is they got a turnover, they got a touchdown, now they got a goal line stand. So this is a big 4th down last play of the half here.
And as early as this is, it's unusual to say, but this may be the play of the game.
Could be.
4th and 1. Timeout to run on here in the first half. Spradling calls for the football. He says, let me take it. Spradling.
Touchdown.
Got in. Give him forward momentum. Touchdown, Smithson Valley.
It was close. It did look like he broke the plan. We'll see the replay here. Right there. Looks like he reaches across, and he's across the goal line before getting driven back. And so That was a very, very close, and give credit to New Braunfels for kind of standing up and stiffening up inside the red zone. There is no replay, obviously, in high school football, but that was as close as it gets right there.
Wow, just wow. Amaya adds the extra point. We go into halftime with the Rangers up on New Braunfels 28-7. This third round regional semifinal action right here on the Rangers Network. It's the regional semifinals third round action from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, where the Smithson Valley Rangers have a 28-7 lead over the New Braunfels Unicorns. Kind of a neighborhood rivalry of sorts here, Brian Hills. We come into play, get set, start second half.
Yeah, a familiar foe, as we talked about before the game, same district, and obviously New Braunfels, their attendance zone butts up to Smithson Valley's. So a lot of these guys know each other or know of each other. The same district, and we played only, 5 or 6 weeks ago. And so looking for the second half again, I think that touchdown right before the half was very big for the Rangers, going up 3 scores. And because New Braunfels won that toss and elected to receive, Smithson Valley would get the opening kickoff. Smithson Valley can go down here and put a drive together and put some points on the board. It's going to be very, very difficult for the Unicorns to come back, if we're able to cap it off with a touchdown, 35-7.
Well, not meaning to thwart anything, but Smithson Valley's not punted the ball once this now we can say this afternoon yet.
Yeah, the one drive that we had 5 possessions, scored 4 of them, and one of them was a sack fumble, that gave New Braunfels their best field position and some momentum to go down and make their lone score of the first half. But yeah, Smithson Valley's offense is moving very effectively right now. You're seeing the quarterback, it's playoff time, so you're seeing the quarterback run game a lot more. Obviously, Spradling has been a great runner, and we've used him as a runner all year. But here in the playoffs, when it's win or go home, you might use him a little bit more. And I think he probably had 12 or 13 carries in that first half, and look to continue to do that.
Brian, let me ask you, because you've been here and around this so long, how much of this game do you think is mental?
A lot of it, that and preparation. Your mental mindset and your preparation, as it looks like New Braunfels might try. They're going to bloop it.
And they do so. And Day handles at the 30-yard line. He tries to go ahead, but good coverage from that New Braunfels special team will stop him about the 33. Coming over to make the stop. That was Blaine Scott, among others.
Yeah, that was close. A little short kick. So the kickoff guys are on you quick, but if you can break past that first level, then we were about one guy away from taking that and getting really good field position. But nonetheless, Smithson Valley got a sideline warning there. First one's a warning, so no penalty. So still pretty decent field position. Rangers will jog out there, the ball 30-yard line.
It's interesting. We were talking about that game that they played previously on October 25th, and Spradling's success running the football. Well, he had a big night running the football there, as well as he carried the ball 8 times for 71 yards, and maybe we're seeing a little bit more of that in action today. Here it is, first down as Sowersby gets the carry this time across the 35, the 40, brought down near the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that time we were able to get the edge. We actually ran it in the boundary away from that guy we talked about a whole lot in the first half, number 98, Ryland Baldwin. Ran it away from him into the boundary, and that time we were able to get the edge set against the other defensive end, Zeke Martinez, who actually made the sack fumble earlier, but we were able to get him hooked, and that was the best crease we've had on the outside zone all night, and pick up about 15 yards to start off the drive.
From the 45, it's 1st and 10. Smithson Valley already up 28-7, just underway here, second half. Spradling, he's going to call his own number. Straight ahead for about 3 tough yards before he's met there and driven back. Anthony Nunez in among those making the stop. Zeke Martinez as well.
Yeah, quarterback counter again, and pretty decent blocking initially, but a good job by New Braunfels of rallying in and kind of getting off those blocks. And a good job by Cade of running his feet and picking up some yards, picking up 3 yards on first down, kind of keeping you on schedule.
Spradling getting the play from the sidelines and coming back in. 2nd and 7. Line of scrimmage is the Ranger 48. Single receiver to the near side. Here's the handoff. Soursby once again, big hole across the 40 into New Braunfels territory, as he'll be stopped at about the 33-yard line. Over to make the stop, Patrick Freeberg, among others. That'll move the chains, a couple of carries, and success for Soursby.
Yeah, he's coming off the field right now, kind of holding that shoulder. Hopefully he's okay, but again, that's two stretch plays in a row that we blocked it really well and got all the way down to safety. And Rangers looking to drive, and hopefully Soursby is okay and can re-enter here. But we'll see Piegler, the sophomore, come in at running back.
1st and 10, line of scrimmage is the New Braunfels 33-yard line. Two receivers far side, Dave to the left. Here's the handoff straight ahead. Caleb Piegler across the 25. They're going to mark it actually at the 25-yard line. Nice run for Caleb Piegler.
Yeah, ISO play just really well blocked up front. Again, when you get all the way down to the safety without having to make a cut or run through any arm tackles, it's really, really well blocked up front, and got to give credit to those guys, Fulton and Gigliotti, Miller, Costa, Veretti, those guys up there. They're starting to get movement and wear the defensive line down a little bit. And anytime you can run the ball and get all the way to safety, we're getting some movement up front.
2nd and 2, line of scrimmage is the New Braunfels 25. This time, Spradling decides to call his own number after faking a handoff. Gets down around the 20-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains and give the Rangers another first down.
Yeah, you see number 32, their linebacker there, Omar Garza. He starts out chasing the zing motion, but pretty quickly recognizes quarterback's going to keep it and is able to kind of track down Cade from behind. If he's going to do that and stay tight and not respect that fly sweep motion, look for the Rangers, in the next couple series here to hand it off to one of them so we can get the edge on that fly sweep.
Miller and Day out to the far side. On this 1st and 10, Spradling, the handoff. Spiegler across the 20, the 15, down to around the 13-yard line. Caleb Piegler, quick when he gets that first step.
There's no doubt. But again, it's just great blocking up front. Look at those guys getting out in front and reaching their guys, staying engaged without holding. And again, that's the safety. At some point, a defense, if you're going to be counting on your safeties to make tackles all the time, at one point, we're going to make one of those guys miss and go all the way. But just outstanding blocking with the front 7 right now and getting it all the way down to the safety. And that's about 4 or 5 runs in a row that, we've had 6 or 7 yards and not have any trouble until we get down to the safety.
And we got a whistle and a timeout. Smithson Valley burns a timeout early here in the second half. 8:46 remaining in the third quarter. Our score, Smithson Valley 28, New Braunfels 7. We'll be back with more playoff action right here on the Rangers Network.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Ooh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to...
Wait, what are we gonna walk?
2nd and 3, line of scrimmage is the New Braunfels 14-yard line following the Smithson Valley timeout. This time they got Piegler and Day to the near side. Spratling's going to call his known number. Bust ahead for a couple of tough yards. What's happening is that New Braunfels defense is just all bunching up together and kind of keying on him. Nunez leading the pack there for the Unicorns.
Yeah, it was a good job. We had him blocked. Center was on the nose, and he just kind of separated, fell off, and was able to get on Spradling. But again, a good, decent gain there, 3rd down. Now it's 3rd and 1. I'd imagine that there's probably a decent chance that Spradling will keep this ball again. If not, we'll get ISO maybe downhill with Piegler. He's a load as well.
3rd down. Here is the give to Piegler. Straight ahead. 1st down and more. Piegler into the end zone. Touchdown, Smithson Valley.
There it is. ISO, great job up front by the double team, getting movement on the A-gap defender on the nose. And then Carvajal, you see, picks his way through there and picks up that linebacker right there. straight downhill. Piegler runs through an arm tackle around the legs and walks in the end zone. And Rangers about to be up 35-7. And exactly what you wanted. Get a score right before half and then get the ball coming out in the second half and score on the first possession.
Fast and evasive. Caleb Piegler. Zamaya's extra point. It is good. 8:02 remains in the third quarter. Our score, Smithson Valley 35, New Braunfels 7. You're enjoying Smithson Valley football playoff action right here on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by the Branch Neighborhood Grill, Keith Wing Custom Builders, the Estates at Zachariah Ranch, a Zachariah development, United Rentals, Lynx Roofing, Advanced Auto Parts, and Wick Productions.
United Rentals understand.
Here's Piegler. Well, we'll get to that replay here in just a moment following the kickoff. Kickoff being handled. Tackle slipped, and Cole Redding is on his way across midfield, finally taken out of bounds at about the Smithson Valley 40 by Amaya.
It was a good job. They actually got it all the way back. We missed that one tackle right there that could have got him at the 20-25. Thought there might have been a borderline block in the back there late, but it was a good return, and for the first time all year, really. So the Ranger kickoff unit kind of give up a pretty big play. New Braunfels has the ball out past midfield at the 44-yard line.
They're going to say, yeah, Redding stepped out at the 44. Still good field position for New Braunfels' first offensive possession of the second half. Namkin going to keep it himself. Bust through over to about the 40-yard line. Miller there on the stop.
Yeah, again, a physical run there. It was like a zone read, and he had the option to throw it. Well, we made him pull it, and we covered the RPO out there, so he just decided to tuck and run in what looked like was going to be about a stop for a no gain or one gain. Again, he lowers his shoulder. Physical, big, tough runner, similar to Cade, and falls forward and picks up 4 yards on first down.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, 385 yards running the football and 11 touchdowns rushing the football for Clayton Namkin. Here he is on a 2nd and 6, dropping back, feeling pressure, ball knocked in the air, intercepted. Second pick of the day for the Rangers. This is Colton Hornsby at the 30. Hornsby knocked down inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, I got to look back and see who it was. Someone hit the quarterback. Yeah, that's Woods. Woods hits the quarterback right as he's throwing, hits his arm, and he gets a body shot on him. Shoots the ball straight up in the air. Hornsby's Johnny man on the spot there, picks it off, showing some athleticism with some blockers out in front, running it all the way down to about the 17-yard line, but all created by the pressure up front by the D-line. Didn't even have to bring a blitz to create that pressure. Woods just beats the right tackle and hits the quarterback as he's throwing, and huge play, and if the Rangers can score here, it's going to be mighty tough for the Unicorns.
Hudson Woods, 53 tackles on the season, 17 thrown for a loss, and 10 sacks, and big play right there for him. And don't look now, by Sowersby's back in the ball game and running the football from the 17-yard line for another Smithson Valley touchdown.
Yeah, great seeing Sowersby back in there, but again, it's another well-blocked outside zone stretch. We knew they'd get it figured out. It's one of Smithson Valley's bread and butters. New Braunfels stopped probably the first 3 or 4 stretch plays where they got penetration and was able to we weren't able to get the edge, but the last 4 or 5 of them have looked really good, and you knew that Smithson Valley was going to stick with it because that's one of their staples. And right there, good to see Sowersby back in, great blocking up front, and again, gets all the way down to the safety, and this time was able to outrun them, and Rangers up 42-7.
Maya's extra point is good. We've still got 6:49 remaining here in the third quarter. Smithson Valley's blown this open 42-7 on top of New Braunfels. You're enjoying Smithson Valley football playoff action on the Rangers Network. Piegler a 13-yard touchdown run at 8:02, and a little over a minute later, following a New Braunfels turnover, Sowersby back in the game for a 17-yard touchdown run. Smithson Valley up big 42-7 over New Braunfels.
Yeah, it's a great job of keeping your foot on the gas. You know, a lot of times up 28-7 at half might feel good about it. Here comes another return.
This is Redding. This time he's only going to make it back to about the 20-yard line. Braden O'Malley in there on the stop and special teams for Smithson Valley.
And as we were saying, it's just, right. New Braunfels had that turnover there in the second quarter when Smithson Valley was up 21-0, and it looked like Smithson Valley was about to pull away. And then they get that turnover, and they go down and they score, and it's 21-7, with not a whole lot of time left before halftime. And just that stretch of about 5 minutes prior to halftime, and then this, 5-minute stretch to open up the second half, the Rangers have, blown this game wide open and it's up 42-7.
1st and 10, line of scrimmage is the New Braunfels 20-yard line. Here's Nampkin rolling out. He's looking to pass, and the pass is incomplete. He was looking in the direction of Caden Mills.
Yeah, and really, other than maybe a few little RPO type stop routes and a jet sweep that they handed off to him, Mills, I believe at one point was the leading receiver in the district as far as yards and touchdowns go. Caden Mills is a very explosive player for New Braunfels, and so far Smithson Valley's been bottling him up pretty good, barring some short passes that they had on that one scoring drive they had.
2nd and 10 now, line of scrimmage, the 20-yard line. Nampkin, the handoff on a delay, almost a botched handoff that time to Stewart as he regains possession and gets right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be all before he's stopped.
Yeah, it kind of threw the timing off a little bit. I think the Ranger defense had read it well and was going to be a short gain regardless. But he's bobbling that ball for 2 or 3 steps and slowing him down. And by the time he luckily for him, regained possession before contact came. But Ranger defense right there waiting. And 3rd and long, this is really when that defensive line loves teeing off and playing games and twists and things like that. See if we can get home again.
Unicorns have 2 receivers either side on this 3rd and 10 from the 20. Nampkin dropping back, unloads. He's looking long. He's got a man at the 40. Huge pitch and catch that time. He's tackled inside the 35-yard line, goes to receiver Lane Duke.
There's a penalty right by where the quarterback was. It was very, very late. I was watching the whole time. We get a hit on the quarterback. Sosa, I think, hits him. But I'm telling you, all the guys were getting up from the ground, and then he just kind of dropped the flag there because I think that maybe the quarterback said something to him and asked him for it. But, nonetheless, obviously the most explosive play that they've had on a long passing play, but they're going to tack 15 more yards onto a 50-50 type call there. But, it's 3rd and 10. That's what New Braunfels needed to try to get back into it a little bit, was picking up a first down, and now they're inside the red zone.
Line of scrimmage is the 19-yard line, being the Smithson Valley 19. 1st and 10 for New Braunfels. Nampkin, the handoff to Stewart. Stewart bumped one time but got out of that tackle before he's tripped up. Kyle Bierman over on the stop for Smithson Valley.
We talked about it earlier. He's just a sophomore and not a very big back, but right there, Piegler arrives from his Mike linebacker position right at about the line of scrimmage, and he doesn't necessarily run Piegler over, but he's able to get out of that arm tackle and was able to go pick up about 6 yards on first down, what should have been about a 1-yard gain.
2nd and 4 after that pickup of 6. Nampkin gives to Stewart once again. Not this time. He's wrapped up.
Yeah, they tried to run a trap. They trapped Bierman, right? Or who was that? Their defense, I think that was Bierman. They trapped Bierman with the fullback and trying to widen out the zone a little bit. But Sosa coming from the other side was still able to make a tackle for a loss there. So now 3rd and 4.
Single receiver either side movement. They're going to probably call this.
Yeah, it looks like they got Woods on the hard count. They're going to jump. They're going to throw the penalty, and it's 3rd and 4, so 5 yards will give them a first down.
That is a call on the defense.
Coach Hill's upset. He says that we kind of got back on sides before the snap. I don't know if we have a replay of it. Woods definitely jumped into the neutral zone, but you know they didn't snap it right away, and it looks like he had got. If you see here, he's back. It looks like that's what Coach Hill's saying, is he's back on sides by the time the ball is snapped, and so nonetheless that gives him a free first down and a fresh set downside the 10-yard line.
First and goal, New Braunfels, line of scrimmage, the Smithson Valley 7. Namkin looking end zone, overthrows his intended receiver, and another.
That's got to be offensive, if anything.
We'll check this out.
That's got to be offensive pass interference, if anything. There's no way they can call this on defense. Look at him right there. He's got his arms wrapped around Haug, and he's pushing Haug down. Jeez.
And they're calling this on Smithson Valley.
Jeez.
And the Ranger faithful are letting him hear it.
Yeah. Refs letting him back in the game a little bit here.
Be a first and goal, line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line for New Braunfels. A couple of timely faux pas have New Braunfels in this situation. Here's the keeper, straight ahead, not into the end zone, as he was stopped just shy.
Yeah, PK came downhill with a good stop there. Almost in the end zone, but elbow down right there. You can see on the replay up here in the Jumbotron, elbow was down, so good spot by the referee. Second and goal at the half-yard line.
So right now, Namkin going over to the sideline. Appears that Cole Redding is in there lined up in kind of a wildcat situation. His second and goal, he takes the snap, going to run it himself. He's going to be stopped shy, I believe. No indication from the referee. I think the Ranger defense got him. Are they saying he scored?
Yeah, they say he got in, but he took a shot there. You could see we brought everybody. We were at the corner and on a Comet there, and PK and Piegler arrived right at time. I don't think he was in, but nonetheless, he paid the price for it.
Right there, I guess he fell across. So they're going to go ahead and give it to him. So the extra point attempt. This one up and good for New Braunfels. We've got 3:48 remaining here in the third quarter. Our score, Smithson Valley 14, Smithson Valley 42, New Braunfels 14. As you're enjoying football playoff action right here on the Rangers Network. .348 remain in the third quarter. On top 42-14 following a 2-yard touchdown plunge by Cole Redding for New Braunfels. Make the score a little bit more respectable at this point. Right now Chris Hinton gets set to kick off and does so. Day follows this back to his own 5-yard line. He'll return it across the 30. Dave's off running across the 45, not a bounce. At about the 48-yard line. Back defensively, or the special teams, Freeberg. Also number 20, Caden Mitchell for New Braunfels.
Yeah, it's a great return, great blocking up front. Again, having to move back. We kind of playing our guys up because it was a 3-step approach by the kicker, thinking he was going to bloop it again like he did last time. Then he kicked it real deep, so good job by Brody of retreating and catching that. But that kind of usually throws the timing off. But we were still able to hit the crease and get the ball past the 40-yard line, a big play in the kicking game. And see the sophomore Knutson in at quarterback and De Hoyos in at running back.
So give him a little playing time, see a little action. Here's Knutson with snap. Here's a handoff to De Hoyos. Bangs out to near the 45-yard line. Anthony Nunez in on the stop that time for New Braunfels. Gate of about 2, it'll be 2nd and 8. De Hoyo, 79 carries, 430 yards, and 4 touchdowns running the football this season. He's averaging just a little over 5 yards per carry. Drake Huddle and Haugen Day come flanked out to the near side. On this 2nd and 8, give it to De Hoyos again. Across the 45, down to around the 48-yard line.
Outside zone again. Good cut right there. Backside linebacker is able to backfit a little bit and make the tackle. Taking some time off the clock, but obviously you would love to convert on a 3rd down here, keep that clock moving and get us into the 4th quarter. So we've got about a 3rd and 4 here. See if Rangers can convert.
Nunez, Micah Gonzalez, and on the previous stop for the Unicorns. It is 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage is the Smithson Valley 48. The snap, Knudsen. Pass incomplete, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver on the near side, that being Preston Baker.
Yeah, a little fake quarterback. Man, that was a sweet little play there. We'd run quarterback counter so often that we blocked it like counter. Quarterback actually takes 2 steps forward like he's going to run it and then comes out and bootlegs, and we had it. We had everybody outflanked. It was going to be an easy 1st down, probably a 15, 20, 30-yard gain maybe even, but Baker couldn't hold on to it and off of his hands, so Rangers have to punt for the first time tonight.
2:16 mark of the 3rd quarter noted. The first punt of the ball game for Smithson Valley. Here's Amaya. And this one gets blocked. Ball picked up as Freeburg tries to advance it. It'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. But New Braunfels is going to have great field position.
Yep. Give up a touchdown and they go out there and kind of a little bit sloppy on offense, not getting a 1st down, and then for the first time, and I don't know how long, we got a punt blocked on special teams, and so after scoring a touchdown on the last drive, the Unicorns will get the ball with really good field position at the 31, and Rangers need to go ahead and finish this thing off. It's far from over.
It is 2:08 remain as the Unicorn offensive unit comes onto the field. Checking in also, see a little action in the backfield. Number 33, Jordan Rodriguez. He's lined up to the left side. Namkin looking to throw, pumps one time, then looks in zone. Pass in and out of the hands of Diego Davila. Almost another interception, almost a 3rd one of the day.
Yeah, they thought they had one-on-one coverage, so they ran an out and up, a double move. We had cover 2 again. We always know where Mills is at. We know his explosiveness, so we had cover 2 over the top. Good job by Davila getting there on time. Almost had an interception, but a pretty good coverage underneath by McGee as well. So had him bracketed.
Great job by that Smithson Valley secondary. All game long not to give up the big pass, save one. Here's a pass out, complete. Across the 20-yard line before he's been driven down goes the receiver. It's Cameron Pitts coming up with that.
Yeah, a little inside jet screen, and Woods almost gets his hands on at the D-line position. Is able to get it to him and then hit the crease and picks up a 1st down after a failed incomplete pass on 1st down. So now they're able at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Namkin fakes the handoff, going to keep it himself across the 20, down to about the 17-yard line before he's wrapped up. Coming up there, Kyle Bierman, among others.
Physical run there. Defensive end shot up the field, and Woods got a good pop on Mills there, but quarterback kept it. And again, good job by the Ranger defense, but big old strong runner is Namkin, was able to fall forward for a couple yards.
To give him a pickup of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7. Namkin, pass, incomplete. I think he threw it just behind his intended receiver, that being Grant Franklin.
Yeah, he threw it real early before the receiver's head was turned around. If you're going to do that, you got to put it right on him because he's not going to have much time to react. His ball was back shoulder just a little bit and thrown real early. Receiver ball was almost past him by the time he located it. So Third and long here, but you got to think down 42-14 that New Braunfels ain't interested in kicking field goals right now. You got to think that they're thinking it's a 4-down territory.
3rd and 7. Smithson Valley 17, the line of scrimmage. Namkin looking to pass. Does so in the middle. Good play that time. Piegler wrapping up the receiver.
Yeah, great recognition by Piegler from his mic position. They fake the flare screen to the running back, and the fullback acts like he's blocking for a little bit and then just kind of turns around, try to release the lineman. Piegler saw it the whole way and for a tackle for only about a yard. So, as we talked about, New Braunfels, they got a long way to go. They're not interested in kicking field goals, so they're going to go for it on 4th and 6.
It is 4th and 6 from the Smithson Valley 16-yard line. Namkin dropping back, looking. Pass complete. Right in the middle of the field. Haven't seen an indication. They may mark this on the 1. I believe that's what they're going to do.
And we got the field goal or PAT unit running out. Looks like he got in. They're going to count it as a touchdown, but just a little skinny post beater over the middle. Looks like it was underneath our Tampa backer. But again, it's 2 possessions in a row. New Braunfels has scored, cutting this lead and, down only to 21 points, assuming he makes this. So Rangers are going to have to offensively go out there and put a drive together and take some time off and get some first downs here.
Extra point that time up and good by William Tobias. With 19 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Our new score, Smithson Valley 42 and New Braunfels 21. More to come here on the Rangers Network. Back with you following a 16-yard touchdown pass to Caden Mills to cut this lead in half, 42-21. There's the onside kick. And it's handled.
Yeah.
Carbajal fell on it.
Yeah, Carbajal initially stopped by what looked like number 41, Adam De Hoyos. Got away from him a little bit. Great recognition and following the ball by Carbajal. So Rangers, obviously after the failed onside kick, Rangers have good field position. That was a big recovery right there. It was 42-7. Now all of a sudden you blink and it's 42-21. If they'd have gotten that, go down and cut it to a 2-score game. So Rangers need to, you get the starters back out there now, and so we need to go ahead and put one more in to feel comfortable about this.
So it's 1st and 10, Smithson Valley. Line of scrimmage, their own 43-yard line. Sowersby the give. Sowersby gets to the outside across the 45, taken down about the 48-yard line.
And that'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Won't have to go very far, just flip over about 3 yards, and we'll start the 4th quarter.
And there's 3 in the books from our 3rd round regional semifinal action from here at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. Our score, Smithson Valley 42, New Braunfels 21. Back with 4th quarter action in just a moment right here on the Rangers Network. With Brian Hill, I'm Roland J. Reese, proud to be bringing you today's playoff action. So our Thanksgiving weekend celebration continues from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, in a game that's been all Smithson Valley to this point, and then all of a sudden New Braunfels gets a couple of breaks and cuts that lead in half.
Yeah, and anytime in playoff football, you don't want to let your opponent have a spark of life. New Braunfels goes down and scores, aided by some penalties. And then we on offense, we kind of have a misstep, and then punt is blocked, and so Rangers need to finish this thing out.
Here's Spradling. He keep it himself and get across midfield and into New Braunfels territory. They're going to mark this at the Unicorn. I call it the 49.
Yeah, Cade's he was very, very close to busting that for even longer. Got tripped up and looks like he's cramping a little bit. So hopefully that's all it is. They're stretching his foot out, so I'm guessing it's that. But he's going to go over there and get some pickle juice or something like that. But we'll see the sophomore Knutson in for this pretty big 3rd and 4.
It is a hush falls over the Alamo Dome crowd. As Cade Spradling still on the ground. Hoping that is the situation. We'll be able to see him here in just a bit. Well, now he's back on his feet. Looks like he's coming off under his own power, not favoring any leg in particular.
He got a cramp, so come over and get some water, get some electrolytes and stuff like that, and see if he can. Hopefully we can convert this first down for him, and he can come back in and finish this drive.
It looked like he got across midfield, but they're marking this back at the Smithson Valley 49 rather.
Again, big 3rd down here. If the Rangers can go down and put another one in, then it'll be very tough for New Braunfels to come back from there. But
yeah, time is of the essence right now. We have started the 4th quarter. Still early on in the 4th quarter, but got to watch the scoring situation. Knutson back in at quarterback on this 3rd and 4. Knutson, the give straight ahead. That's going to be a first down and more. Soursby breaks out across the 45 down to around the 44-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Rangers.
Yeah, big pickup there and a great blocking up front, and then a great job of just hitting it downhill and picking up that yardage. And if nothing else, even if we don't get points out of this, we're going to get another 3 or 4 minutes taken off the clock, and try to get closer to winding this thing down. But you would love to cap it off with another touchdown.
Yeah, this is the point where not only is Smithson Valley playing New Braunfels, but they're also the clock is an opponent as well for the moment. 1st and 10. Newton. Handoff. Newton correction. Handoff as Piegler's back in the ball game in the backfield.
Yeah, good job on the counter play, setting up, hitting it downhill, backside linebacker and backside joker safety. Called his name a few times. Patrick Freeberg from that centered safety, extra linebacker type. That's what we mean when we talk about a joker safety. Is that way he can run the alley to both sides, and he's a good player, and he's made a number of tackles tonight, but a good pickup on first down for the Rangers.
So it'll be 2nd and 6 now. Line of scrimmage, the New Braunfels 41-yard line. Day to the near side, Miller to the far side. Knutson to give to Piegler once again. This time he's going to be wrapped up. Thrown for a loss. Patrick Freeberg, among others, in on the stop for New Braunfels.
Yeah, the zone play. You want to hit those straight downhill and not bounce it out if you can, but that time 98, again, called his name quite a bit. Rylan Baldwin squeezes down, gets underneath the tackle, and we had to try to bounce outside of him, and then once you start moving laterally, the defense is able to rally. So actually a loss of 1 there, so a 3rd and 6 for the Rangers here inside enemy territory.
So Knutson, sophomore quarterback. Quick drop back. Well, he keeps it himself. I don't believe that's Knutson in there.
No, that's Spradling's back in there.
That is Spradling, and it's good to see him back. Breaks out across the 40 down to around the 38-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 3.
Yeah, looks like we're going to punt it and try to pin them deep and make New Braunfels go on a long drive here.
Still plenty of time remaining in the ball game. Just under 9 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, when you're punting from the 38, 39-yard line, you want to get this ball inside the 10. If this thing is a touchback, you only net, about 15 yards. So look for an angled low kick, trying to get it out of bounds or down inside about the 10-yard line.
And there it is. Good punt by Maya. This is inside the 10.
Perfect.
They're going to down it at the 8.
Great job by Amaya and the punting unit. Cleaned up from last time. Obviously got it blocked last time, so good job cleaning that up. New Braunfels more in a safe. With 8.5 minutes left, only down 3 scores is New Braunfels. They're jogging out there with a little bit of life, and so we'll see if the defense can make a stand here and get off the field and not allow them to get any more points.
Well, Clayton Namkin, who's brought this Unicorn offense to life here in the second half, back in with his offensive troop with 1st and 10. Snap straight back. Namkin takes it across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. Davila there with a stop for Smithson Valley.
Yeah, it was well blocked up front, had numbers, quarterback run. Much like we talk about with Smithson Valley, when the quarterback runs the ball, they can gain an extra blocker. That time he had his running back, Brock Stewart, out there in front of him and was able to pick up an extra blocker. They got it all the way down to the safety, but really good surefire tackle there by Davila. And we're okay giving up 4 or 5 yard runs, keeping them in bounds and keeping that clock running.
2nd and 3. Namkin, the handoff straight ahead. Not much there for Brock Stewart. He'll get out to about the 16-yard line, and that's it.
Well, they're going to say he got very favorable spot there on forward progress. They're going to give him the 19-yard line and a first down. Oh, I didn't see that.
I sure didn't see that. Okay, well, 1st and 10 then. New Braunfels on their own 19-yard line. Pair of receivers either side. The fake, Namkin. He'll go down.
Is that Souza? No, who's that? Yeah, that's Souza. Great job. Big play right there. Great job beating his defender. And then also, again, we talked about it before the game. That's what Namkin does. And what hurt us a little bit in the first time that we played was him getting out of the pocket, either scrambling and running for first downs or finding guys downfield. That time he wasn't able to escape, and a big sack by Souza.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Namkin. This time he unloads and has a man at the 20. Wrapped up but slipping Miller's tackle. Howe comes in to run the receiver out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, and once again, that is Caden Mills.
Yeah, and just a really good job of breaking the tackle. PK comes up from a safety spot and kind of makes contact as soon as he catches it. Was only going to be about a 3 or 4 yard gain and make it about 3rd and 7 or 8, but he's able to spin out of it and pick up a first down.
1st and 10. Namkin coming near side. Pass overthrew his intended receiver. Ball popped in the air. Almost intercepted. As Davila had his hands on it once again.
Yeah, they rolled out and they tried to run like an out route and then burst back to the middle of the field. Davila read it, overthrew it a little. That's a tough throw when you're rolling out to your right and you got to throw an in-breaking route coming back inside the hash. Sails it a little bit. Davila almost tips it to himself, and that would about wrapped things up. That would have been a cool play, but a good play by Davila.
2nd and 10. Namkin dropping back. Screen out to Mills, who makes the catch. Finally wrapped up after about a gain of 3. That's once again Sosa over to make the stop.
Again, it's a very impressive 2 or 3 yard pickup there. He breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, slip inside another one, and then fall forward. I mean, he gained 2 yards. That should have been about a loss of 4 or a loss of 2. Once again, 3rd and long. 4 down territory, probably, even though they're on their own 34-yard line.
Here's Namkin rolling near side. He gets hit.
Yeah, great play. That was, I believe that was Truth. Duval L from the DN position gets upfield on the sprint out and gets his hand up in the air. Fortunate, I think it was obviously incidental. He was trying to get his hand up to deflect the football. He brushed the face mask a little bit there, but he was able to tip it, make an incomplete pass, and obviously New Braunfels needing 3 scores, and with only 6:23 left, they're going to go for this on 4th down.
It is big play. 4th and 8 now. Line of scrimmage, the New Braunfels 33-yard line. Namkin, low snap. Drops back, he's looking downfield, and he unloads it. Pass in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Duke.
Yeah, we got a hit on the quarterback late, right as the ball was coming out. I don't know whether that was Roberts or who, or Souza or who, but we get a little fortunate there. PK, I don't think PK knew that the ball was coming. He was kind of looking back thinking, hey, I'm covering my guy, not thinking that the ball was being thrown to him. Luckily, it was underthrown just a little bit, and he couldn't hang on to it, and a big stop by the Ranger defense. I mean, if they go down there and have 3 possessions in a row where they score and only cut this to a 2-score ball game, then you're a little bit worried about it there. But now the Rangers get to take over at the 33-yard line going in.
And it looked like Duke had that reception, just bounced away from him as he hit the ground. First and 10. Line of scrimmage is the New Braunfels 33-yard line. Spradling back into quarterback. He calls his own number across the 30, the 25, the 20. Spradling's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Yep, quarterback naked. Ran it a few times already. First time we got about 15, 20. Second time, not so much. But again, everybody chases that time. Great job by Carvajal and the offensive line getting out in front and blocking without holding. Redding comes in there late trying to punch the ball out, but that should pretty much do it. You know, New Braunfels had about 2 possessions there where they scored, and Smithson Valley didn't. But after that stop by the Ranger defense and Smithson Valley scoring again, it's about to be 49-21 with 6 minutes left in the game. You would think that should just about wrap it up.
Amaya on to try the extra point. It's good. 6:06 remain in the ball game, and Smithson Valley on the scoreboard once again, 49-21 on top of New Braunfels. More to come right here on the Rangers. Kate Spradling, 33-yard touchdown run to get the Rangers on the board. Points when they needed it. 49-21 on top of New Braunfels. Kickoff handled by one of the Unicorn up men. It's Caleb Palomo. Good special teams play by Smithson Valley to keep him in check.
Yeah, good job on the coverage team by 33, Jacob Stover there. Good job running down. You see nice hip tackle right there. Stops him in his tracks. Rolls him over there. So we got some new guys in there on defense, rolling a few guys. It'll be kind of a mixture. We got a starting secondary out there, but rolling a few other guys at linebacker and D-line. You know, keeping the starting secondary in to make sure we don't give up any deep explosive plays, but rotating the other front 7 guys there.
2 receivers to the near side and a single receiver to the far side for Clayton Namkin, and he looks to that far side and has Duke across the 40 down to around the 42-yard line. Wrapped up, taken out of bounds. Daniel De Hoyos there defensively.
Yeah, and the Ranger secondary will allow that right now. They're going to play soft coverage and not kind of fall for any double moves or be too concerned that on a 5-yard stop route. They want to throw 5-yard stop routes down the road with only 5 minutes left in the game. That's fine.
Pickup of 9 at 2nd and 1. Here's a pass complete. Once again, Mills. He'll get into Smithson Valley territory at about the 48-yard line before he's hit.
Yeah, ran a little clear out with a skinny post in behind it. Good timing and a good throw, and sure-handed tackle there by Davila. But Mills is after a quiet first quarter and a half. Obviously he's their main go-to guy in the passing game.
First and 10, handoff straight ahead, stopped just shy of the 45-yard line. Is running back Brock Stewart.
Yeah, hopefully Brock's okay. He got hit by De Hoyos. It looked like his cleat kind of stuck in the turf a little bit. And he got twisted up, and he's a tough kid trying to limp off himself, but definitely looked a little bit awkward. And obviously only being a sophomore, he'll be back for another 2 years, but it definitely looked like he went down, kind of got rolled up just a little bit, so hopefully he's okay.
Give him a pickup of 1 and spot the ball at the 45-yard line. When we get back, it'll be 2nd and 9, and we're back to play. Duke to the far side, Franklin and Mills to the near side on this 2nd down. Namkin looks near side, looking for Franklin. In and out of his hands at the 20-yard line. Miller back defensively for Smithson Valley.
Yeah, a little cover 2. They try to throw a hole shot in there. Outside receiver running a go route. Corner lets him go, knowing he's got safety help over the top. PK arrives right on time. It was a pretty good throw. I mean, that's a long throw, and you've got to throw it on a rope before the safety can get there. Ball probably should have been caught, but good job by PK getting over there from the hash mark and laying a pop on him.
Pair of receivers either side on this 3rd and 9. Namkin feeling pressure unloads. Pass incomplete.
Good coverage by Davila again. We had pressure up the middle from the D-line. Makes him scramble to his left. Tries to hit Mills again, and Davila's right there in his hip pocket. Plays it perfect without getting pass interference and bring up a 4th and 9.
As you were saying earlier, Brian, this is you go for it at this point.
Yeah, I mean, last game of the year, down, 4 scores?
4 scores now.
3 scores? 4? 4 scores
4
now.
Scores, yeah. And here it is, Namkin. Pass across the middle, ball's out. Are they going to call it a catch and a fumble? What are they going to call this?
I think they're going to call it incomplete. Either way, it's either a fumble and we get it or it's an incomplete. Great throw, great catch, but then PK just delivers a big hit, puts his shoulder pad and helmet right on the football, pops out there. Again, it's actually better for Smithson Valley that they ruled it incomplete. We'll get it back up where the line of scrimmage was, but either way, it's going to be Ranger ball.
It appeared, the Pits came up with the football, but nonetheless, an incomplete call will be fine. Smithson Valley offense will have the football at their own 45-yard line now. Just under 5 minutes left in the ball game. A couple of first downs would go a long, long way.
Yeah, New Braunfels still has their starting group, but we're starting to roll some guys in there now, different positions. So, we'll try to call those guys out as we go. But we got Knutson at quarterback, and looks like De Hoyos at running back.
Here is the give to De Hoyos. Across the 45, he'll get a couple of tough yards. Freeberg there in on the stop. Also getting up Nunez, the bottom of that pile. Give him a pickup of 3. They're going to call it 2nd and 7. More importantly, that clock continues to run. Newton gets the play in from the sidelines. Well, this whole thing got started at 7:58 in the first quarter with a spraddling 3-yard touchdown run. Since then, he's had 2 more, none bigger than the 33-yard touchdown run he had moments ago. De Hoyos across midfield. De Hoyos get a first down as he bangs out near the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that's impressive. That's we got some backup guys in there at offensive line, but they're executing at a high level. That's a starting D-line. That's a starting defense. And we're able to run the outside zone stretch play, and it is well blocked, and it was a great cut by De Hoyos, and he finished that run with some authority, picking up a first down here, letting that clock continue to run, but ending that run with some physicality.
Catcher Kylan on the stop on that previous play for New Braunfels. It'll be 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage is the Unicorn 40 for Ty Knudsen in the Ranger offense. Knudsen the give to De Hoyos. Across the 35, down to around the 30-yard line. Freeberg there to trip him up.
Counter play, good job. Hitting it right inside the kick-out block. Getting all the way down to there's that joker safety again, number 4, Freeberg. Kind of playing that hybrid, not a true safety, not a true linebacker, kind of right in between there. He's made a lot of tackles tonight, but anytime the safety's making a lot of tackles, that means it's being well blocked up front. So another gain of 9 yards on first down. Clock's running, 3 minutes.
2nd and 1 from the 31-yard line. Is a handoff. Straight ahead to Hoyos. Down inside the 30. That'll move the chains. Give Smithson Valley another first down.
Another first down. Clock's rolling, and
the Unicorns take a timeout with 2:45 remaining in the ball game, so we'll step aside with them. It's been all Smithson Valley, 49-21 as they lead New Braunfels. We'll be back with more right here on the Rangers Network. Ryan Hill and yours truly, Roland J. Reese, with you back. 2:45 remained in the ball game. This 1st and 10. De Hoyos, look at him breaking tackles and getting into the end zone for another Smithson Valley touchdown from 29 yards out.
Yeah, just an inserted outside zone. Great job of riding the wave. Great blocking up front. Again, that's a different group of guys in there against the starting defense, and rides the wave, sees the cutback, and then De Hoyos got some speed once he gets out in the open field, and Rangers add an exclamation point. Have to go at 56-21.
Absolutely. Maya on to try the extra point, and really with 2:37 left in the ball game, this ought to all but do it. Extra point is good. Our score, Smithson Valley 56, New Braunfels 21. Back with more playoff action in a moment here on the Rangers Network. .237 left to go. We just saw Daniel De Hoyos take the ball in from 29 yards out. As you were saying, Brian, to put a big exclamation point on this one. 56-21 on top of New Braunfels. All that's left is just to run that clock out.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 minutes left. We'll see some other Rangers in there. A bloop kick here.
Maya's kick. Handled by Pitts. He's knocked out of bounds right away by that Rangers special team play, 25-yard line. That's why the New Braunfels offense will go to work, 1st and 10.
All right.
Spratling, as we mentioned, 3 touchdown runs in this game. Sowersby got one from 17 yards out. Okay, so penalized for offsides. Move it up to the 30. That's where the Unicorns will go to work, 1st and 10. So he was mentioned 2 touchdowns actually for Sowersby, a 1-yard, a 17-yard run. Knee tap. Beegler, very nice 13-yard touchdown run. And we just saw De Hoyos take one in from 29 yards out. It's 1st and 10, New Braunfels. Namkin dropping back. Has a man across the 35 to 36-yard line.
Good tackle by outside linebacker, number 15, Philip Smith. Again, our secondary is playing deep coverage. We'll allow them to, throw the 5, 6, 7-yard out routes. Good job of expanding with the out route there from Smith, and good open field tackle.
Lally with a reception for 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 for New Braunfels. Namkin coming the other side, looking for Franklin. Pass incomplete, out of his reach. Back defensively, Jacob Kirk for Smithson Valley.
Yeah, trying to throw a stop route again, much like a series or 2 ago. You threw it real early and not very accurately. Receiver has no time to kind of see it and adjust and bring up a 3rd and 3.
And here it is, 2 receivers near side, a single receiver to the far side for Namkin. He's rolling near side. He's got a man. Underthrew Mills, but he comes up with the football somehow at the 30-yard line. Before he's met there and dropped it in on that stop was Owen Truss.
Yeah, they ran a little, almost like a weave. Usually they run, it's like scissors, and then the inside guy kind of goes to the outside and then breaks it down. That time he ran the rail route off of it like an Ango, and he was wide open. Fortunately, it was underthrown, and he had to wait for it. Otherwise, probably would have been a touchdown if he catches it in stride.
He came back for it. Namkin looking end zone, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver on the far side. Was that Mills? I believe it was.
Yeah, I think that was Mills, and good coverage by safety number 5, Camacho. kind of with him stride for stride and goes up and high points it. So good coverage there on the back end.
So 2nd and 10 from the Ranger 30. Namkin once again looks to air it out. Pass just out of the reach of his intended receiver, Harley Ramirez. And we're back in 3rd down territory, at least for New Braunfels, with a minute and a half left in this ball game.
Yeah, they ran a running back seam out of the backfield, and your Mike linebacker has to run with them there, and Truss was on him, but ball was overthrown just a little bit.
Here's Namkin on a 3rd down. Has Mills spinning away from tacklers down to about the 15-yard line. Looked like somebody may have lost a mouthpiece there at the 15. But that'll move the chains and give New Braunfels a 1st down.
And he's tough to bring down with just one guy. That's about the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him just throw about a 7-8 yard stop route, and the safety comes and tackles him in what should be a short game, but he spins out of it.
Namkin pump fakes. Now looks to the end zone. Pass incomplete.
Should be offensive pass interference.
That was intended for Duke.
I think Kalunga, good to see him back, by the way. He had an injury a couple weeks ago. Good to see him out there, but looked like he was about to maybe get an interception. Offensive receiver held him a little bit, but nonetheless, good to see him back out there in good coverage.
It's 2nd and 10 from the Rangers 16. Namkin this time hits Franklin.
He dropped it.
Yeah, he did drop it. I was going to say he dropped it. Looked like he had it there for a moment, but it came loose.
Yeah, he caught it initially, and then on contact as it's getting squared away.
There it is. He juggled it.
Yeah, he never even had possession of it. So
he juggled
it. A couple times that we've seen that. New Braunfels receivers catching it and then dropping it once contact's made.
3rd and 10. Namkin drops back. Pass complete at the 10-yard line. It's Cameron Pitts.
Yeah, that Ranger defense, they're saying, I know we're up 56-21, but they're still playing hard, rallying to the football. And, again, good open field tackle. Truss O'Malley is the first one to arrive, and then Truss comes up and finishes it off. So we'll have a 4th and 4 here and see if the Ranger defense keep out of the end zone one more time.
Here it is, snap. Namkin rolling far side. Looking to pass in the direction of Mills, way overthrew him. And that ought to do it.
Yep. 31 seconds left. Ranger fans giving their defense a standing ovation as they come off the field. Rangers look like they'll probably just go out and take a couple knees, and that'll be the ball game.
Talk about Thanksgiving. The Rangers faithful, thankful for this one this evening. Or this afternoon, we should say. So Smithson Valley will have the football at their own 10-yard line. Just a couple of knees, as you mentioned. And that'll do it. And, Brian, as we were talking a little bit earlier, Smithson Valley is going to get the winner of the Flower Bluff Southwest game.
Yep.
That'll be next week right here at the Alamo Dome.
Yeah, regardless of who wins, Coach Hill and both of those staffs have agreed. So regardless of who wins, Flower Bluff or Southwest, both of them, if either one of them wins, it'll be Saturday at 2 o'clock here at the Alamo Dome again.
Looking forward to that one. Lincoln McKeon with the carry. He takes it out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 6. Still 24 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, you would like to see stay in bounds there. New Braunfels has 2 timeouts. I highly doubt that they would use any timeouts. So one more tackle inbounds should do it here.
Knudsen, the handoff. Straight ahead it goes to Lincoln McKeon. And that is going to do it. That is going to do it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like New Braunfels will use their timeout, so that'll do it. And a great job by the Rangers, both first and second half, quelling the comeback just a little bit there. And Rangers win 56-21, and officially the Rangers playing in December.
Dominant win by Smithson Valley. Congratulations to head coach Larry Hill and the Smithson Valley staff. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday for the winner of that Flower Bluff Southwest game right here at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. So, Brian, it's been a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we get to do this again. I look forward to it.
Yes, sir. We'll see you next Saturday right back here at the Dome. And just one more thing. I know that we do a great job here, Wick Productions and everything. Everybody does a great job, and there's a bunch of different streaming websites and all that you can do. But if you can, get out and support in person. As we deepen in the playoffs, it's always nice to have big crowds and in the Dome, so you don't got to worry about any weather or anything like that. So hopefully we'll see you next Saturday at 2 o'clock here in the Dome.
Absolutely. We will be looking for you. Once again, 56-21, Smithson Valley with a win over New Braunfels, who will face the winner of Flower Bluff Southwest next Saturday right here at the Alamo Dome. So for my broadcast partner, Brian Hill, for all of us here at Wick Productions, have a happy Thanksgiving weekend, and so long, everybody.
Go Rangers.